Hi, this is Ben from Bourse Data here, and in this video I'm going to show you a few of the enhancements in this upcoming release of the Bourse Analyser. So, first of all, the Bourse Analyser release, we're planning to do this on the Wednesday, the 21st of November, after market. So the Bourse is going to be offline for a couple of hours, so that's why we're sending this out to you today. All right. So in this release, we've got a fair few enhancements in there that I think you should find really beneficial to how the Bourse should be used. So let's get down to it. I'm going to jump in, show you all these cool things, and we'll go from there together. All right, so first things first, I'm just going to log in. Now this is our test environment, so don't be too worried about it. Things look a little bit different. So I'm just logging into it, and first things first, things might look a little bit different in here now in the actual Bourse Analyzer. That's because we've got basically a new interface within the Bourse. So first things first, you're going to see around the windows, you've got the nice blue color scheme. Bourse Analyzer, Bourse Data, we're all going through a bit of a branding change. We're just going to update a few things within the software, just so it's a bit nicer, a bit more modern, and it reflects who we are as a business and a software. So one of the major things you're going to find within this release is these windows. So I'm going to show you the big change we've put into the system. So we've got our window in the top left corner here. Now if I go to market data and I want to open a watch list, you can see it's actually opened over the top of the existing one, but it's stacked on top of it. So we don't have that issue anymore of when we put these windows on top of each other, they're moving around. So now you can stack these windows on top of each other and there'd be no problems with it. So now I can go in here and go, all right, let's just pop a chart up. I select a code in here and it's actually populated it behind it. So now I'm looking at that BHP chart and go, I want to have a bit of a look at it. So I'll go to the top right corner here, if you can see that. See the little square up there? I left click on that, and you see it's open to full screen mode. So any of the little windows within the Bourse, you can left click on it, and it'll open up to full screen mode. If I want to change that back, I'll go to the little square or cross now in the top right corner, left click on that, and it's brought it back to how it was before. So along with that, you can actually go through, start adding more and more of these windows in here. I was going to quickly add them in here. And now I've quickly got to the stage where I don't know all the windows in there because they're kind of stacked on top of each other. It's not that neat. So I go to the word widgets across the top here. You'll see that. Okay, I left click on widgets. And now I can actually see all the windows got set up in here. So in this instance, I actually want to look at my chart again. So I'll go down, I left click on where it says charts, and that will bring it back into focus. Okay, so you can't really lose anything like you could in the old way. You can easily always find them up here. So I'll go, okay, let's bring up my watch list, bang, it brings it to the focus. So now within this system, we've gone to being able to add all these windows in here, stack them however you like, but to actually make it perform better for you guys, we've also put a limit on here as well. So it doesn't make it run slow. So you see I've hit that limit there, the 10 widgets windows or widgets, they're exactly the same. This just makes sure that the actual system will run fast as possible. I've come across clients with 50 or 100 widgets. Most of those they couldn't see or they weren't using it, and it was making the system run slower. By doing this, you guarantee that the system's going to run faster for you, even on a crappy internet connection. Okay, so let's go up to the user options in the top right corner here. So the little man in the circle, as I always explain it to people. We left click on that. Okay, and you're going to see a couple of changes in here. First things first, toggle color mode. So this is where you can switch between your light and your dark mode. So I'll left click on that, and it brings up the light mode. Click it again, and we're back to normal. All right. Also, what I want to show you in here, because we got all our widgets or our windows all stacked on top of each other and you really can't see what you're doing there. If you go to Arrange Workspace, left click on that, it'll automatically arrange all our windows. It might not be exactly the way you'd like it, but it's just a quick way of organizing it. So you can see all your windows or widgets that you've got open and easily see what's there. If you don't like them, let's go close, 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 close. And it's pretty smart here, and it should just, see it just drags it all up and drags them all into view, so you can easily find everything at once. All right, as per usual, as I explain every single video, once you're done with it, save your workspace. Okay, once you get the way you like it, save it, so there's no more problems with it. Okay, so that's just a brief overview of our user interface changes there. So I'm hoping that makes life a lot easier for you guys. I'm really excited about this because it's made my life a lot easier, especially explaining to you guys and helping you guys out with it. So now I'm going to look at a few more of the trading enhancements we've got within the system here. So I'm just going to close a couple of these windows and we're going to move on to our account summary here. Okay, so one of the things we want to have within the system is you being able to basically download all your account information as easily as possible, even your trading history. So in this release, we've added a few things in here. So if I now go to accounts and we'll go to equity holdings in here. Okay, you see in the top right corner here, you can see a little printer icon. Okay, when you click on that printer icon, it's going to download basically a snapshot of your equity holdings for today. And I'll show you an example of it. There we go. So this is for my test account here, Mr. Homer Simpson, where I did a transaction last night or yesterday, buying some BHP. And it just gives you an overview of what I was holding at that particular day. Just to give you a better idea of it. So if you do your trading for your day, you want to go, okay, what was I holding on the 19th or the 20th in this case? Bang, I can print it out. I've got that as a reference. So I'll print it out as a PDF so you can easily store it. And if your accountant or your financial planner wants to see it, you can send it off to them. No problems. Next section is, in here, we've got all our transactions. So we've got a couple of things in here. Like in the equity holdings, we've got the print option, which is exactly something we will use. But also in here, you've got your ranges in here. So you can select, what do you want to see? So I can go here and go, all right, I want to see it last financial year. So I can see all my transactions and print those out. Just remember, you can also print them out as, it's printing out as PDF, but you also got the export function here. So you export that as like a CSV or Excel format and send that to your accountant. But when you do it through your ledgers here, you get it nicely branded as well. So you can see all that account information in here, and you can see all your transactions and all the cash and all the changes in there. Accountants really like that. And the third section in here that we're pretty excited about with this kind of information is the contract notes or the confirmations. So I want to see what I've purchased. Okay, so at any particular time, I can go, all right, I look at the same date range like I did on the previous screen with my ledger of all my transactions. I can do it here as well, but I'll go, okay, I want to do, what were when I bought that LKO, I want to see the contract note for it, for my reference. I've kind of lost my existing one that I got emailed to me originally, but I want to access it right now. So I can print that out. And just like before, I'll go to the printer icon and I print it out. Okay, and then I'll have something like this, where it's a confirmation, but it's a reprint. Doesn't really matter. You can see all your account information that you need in there, including your account, the transaction date, which is important. Okay, what you bought, on which market, all the information that you need. So that's all available to you as well within this. So if you want to go back a couple of months, see what you bought, BHP, CBA, you can do exactly the same with this. Okay, so that's that part of the software, which is really cool, or I think it's really cool. So I'll just close a couple of these windows. Now, in the next little part here that we've added into it, I just wanted to make it a bit easier for everyone to be able to easily trade. So one of the things I made sure we got added in here, if you are whatever account you've got in here, so this account here, or I'm selected as my Homer Simpson account, if I go and want to create an order, so one of the things we've added in this release is the buy and sell buttons, which you'll see in the top right corner now. So if you're looking at a code and go, oh, that looks fantastic, I just want to buy it straight away, I click on the buy button here, and you see it's actually automatically populated my account number in there as well, which I think is really cool. It's just like one extra step that you don't have to put in there, or a bit of information you have to put in there to easily create an order. Same goes if I'm looking at my equity holdings here, and I'll go, okay, I want to sell it some of my Westpac here. I can right click on that, sell leg. Oh, sorry, sell order. Can't do a sell leg, that's for options. So click on and place a sell order. You see here it's populated my account number in there as well as the security and what I want to do with it, a sell. So there's just little things that we're starting to add into the software that make it a bit easier for you guys to use. One of the other things that I think is really cool that we've got fixed in here is in our trading here, was it under, okay, we go to open orders, okay? Okay, so this is in my test system, so don't be worried about these orders. So we look in the, you can see it, we've got an open order in here, okay, in the market, okay? We look in the top right corner where it says open, so this is only displaying our open orders. We can go to completed, and we can also go to all. So if I've got several orders on during the day, and I want to see the status of them, I can see the status of my open, completed, all in one screen when I select all. So I can see everything at once. So I think that's pretty beneficial for everyone in here. I really like it, so that's why I'm talking about it. Also, in the final little part of this, I'm going to show you we've re-added a separate section for our Finance News Network. So if we go to News across the top here, then we go to FNN News, so it's Finance News Network. We left-click on that. We've got our own separate section in here, okay, where we can see our news articles in here just by clicking on there and then watching the videos. So the FNN News is specific to Bourse Data, so that's why we like talking about it. Really cool content that will help you out with the market, especially if you're looking at your market overviews. Also, what we've added in here is when you look at historical news, okay. So I'm looking at BHP, so there's a lot of articles in here, but I want to look at, for say, a video article done by FNN. So if I go to all sources and I change it from Com News, which is the ASX default news, to FNN, it normally filters it out, so I can see the video they did on the 8th of the 11th and go straight to the video where they're talking about the BHP acquires two new licenses for Eastern Canada. So it's just little things like that that help filter it out and make it easier for you guys to access all the information you need within the Bourse. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, with these new layouts and these windows and all that, you will not lose any existing work you've done in the Bourse. It'll be converting the existing windows in the system to basically the new style of the windows. So you won't lose any work you've done in there. They might move around a little bit and get organized or auto-arranged, but none of the content you've worked on, like watch lists, charts, etc., will be lost. So don't be too worried about that. Now, finally, going through this, we have got a few more enhancements, and we did a fair few bug fixes in here, which I don't really want to talk about because they're kind of boring, but they will make things work better for you. We have got a few other items within this release, which I'll probably go through in the next couple of days or regarding a video, because I want to explain those separately because they're a bit more in depth. Really cool functionality, but I just want to talk to you separately about those and explain those in detail so you get the full bang for your buck out of this functionality. So as always, if you have any questions, give me a call. 1300 363 766. That's 1300 363 766. Or send me an email at support@sequoia.com.au. So that's support@sequoia.com.au. Love your feedback. I want to hear what you'd like to see in the bourse going ahead, what you don't like, so I can fix that as well. There's going to be a lot more enhancements over the next couple of months and years within the Bourse Analyser. And I really appreciate you watching these videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, you're speaking to Ben, and thanks a lot for watching. See you later.